So I promised that this week we would be discussing, or I'd be discussing, and hopefully you will too with me, the differences between a cleanse, detoxification, and purification. So welcome. Let's start first with something that I mentioned yesterday, and the reason why I started this week with looking at there's a price to pay for everything is because one cannot go into detox, which all of us need at some point in our lives, without paying the price for it. There's a heavy price. You're not going to be able to detox and be okay. You've got to expect certain things. So if there's a problem with your digestive system, it's a systemic problem. It's all over. It means that your lymphatic system is clogged. It means that your kidneys are not working, and neither are your adrenals as they need to. So if you're going to do a digestive detox, be aware you're going to be actually needing specialized programs you're going to be looking at specific things that you want to address. Indigestion is one. What people call heartburn. And by the way, this is all the same thing. It's all because your lymphatic system is clogged up, your adrenals and your kidneys are not functioning properly. But this is how we end up realizing we need to detox. So indigestion, what we call heartburn, or breath is stale, rancid. It might even be really putrid. Constipation, diarrhea, bloating, especially a lot of bloating is usually what gets most people's attention. What we call irritable bowel syndrome. And along with bloating, you look like you're pregnant all the time, and your stools are smelly. If your stools are smelly, you've got digestive issues. Because our stools should be smelling like what we put into our bodies, what we eat. So if you're eating things like this, which are the finger limes or vegan caviar, this is very refreshing, very strong odor, very clean, it feels clean. This is what your stool should be smelling like, clean and refreshing. If you have problems with your skin, you need a detox. What are these problems? From eczema, hives, very dry skin, plus the opposite, very oily skin. You've got very dark circles under the eye. You also have puffy eyes. You've got a lot of rashes. You've got wounds that heal very slow, or they haven't healed at all. And you've got ulcers in the mouth. This shows that you need specialized detox programs. And other signs are what we call allergies. I love that we call them allergies when they're just signs that the body needs you to pay attention, not to suppress it, but to pay attention and actually address it. You're getting a lot of colds and flus. Again, do not suppress it. You have sore joints. Every time you exercise, you're sore. You don't exercise and you still have sore joints. Or your neck, or you have back pain. Huge indications that you need a detox, and quickly and fast. What we call fibromyalgia, which is the most interesting term for me, which is really what is used when people don't know. When you go to somebody and they say to you, supposed to be a professional, and they say you have fibromyalgia, what they really mean is, I have no idea. Why does you have so much pain all over your body? It means you're very inflamed, and I have no idea what is the cause of the inflammation, when in truth, it's again the same thing. You have got a very congested lymph. The cells interstitially are very congested. Nothing can pass in or out of them, or between. You've got hyperactivity, if you're a child with hyperactivity, dizziness. People usually pay attention to that one. Insomnia is a huge indication. Nasal congestion, of course, ear aches, mood swings, candida, thrush. There's a host of these things that people experience and don't realize is just because they need to detox. But not just our bodies. Very often we need to detox our homes. Very often the culprit is the pans we're using, the stuff we use in the kitchen, the knives we're using, the silverware, the flatware, the glasses we're using that's made, or the bottles that we think, oh, it's glass and fine, it's not plastic. but they might be full with lead, and a lot of them are. So there's just so many different things that could be causing it. That's why when I work with clients in detoxing, I don't just detox their bodies, I detox their home and their environment, and sometimes they can go into their cars. So why am I saying all of this? Because there's a price to pay for everything, and you cannot just clean out and do a cleanse or purify or do a detox without knowing that you will actually go through some what are called healing crises. So I'm going to put up something on the screen from Henry David Thoreau and also from the Buddha. And the reason for me doing this is because I think when you're going through detox, this is really important to know. Because there's so many things that we don't realize that can be very frightening at times. And at times we think, oh, now I'm sick and I have to go to the hospital, when in fact all you need to do is to be aware that these are just detox symptoms. So I'm just looking right now for the quotes that I have for you, and here is the first one. So the Buddha said, every human being is the author of his own health or disease. I repeat this, every human being is the author of his or own disease or condition. What does that mean? We took ourselves there. We chose a certain lifestyle. You cannot have an illness without living the lifestyle for that illness. So you have to have the perfect conditions in place to have an illness. If you're healthy, you have the lifestyle for health. That's why you have it. That's why you're healthy, because your lifestyle is set up around and for health. If you have an illness, a disease, your lifestyle has been set up around it. So you need the lifestyle choices. You can't take a pill or get an injection for it. You need lifestyle choices. So, Henry David Thoreau said, the price of anything is the amount of life that you exchange for it. What is the amount of life that you're willing to exchange for being ill? What is the amount of life that you're willing to exchange for being healthy? Are you willing to go through a cleanse? The body cleanses itself on a daily basis if given the proper conditions. But if it's not in a place where it can cleanse because it's congested and it's totally and completely toxic and there's acidosis everywhere, your body is very acid, and acidosis is very corrosive, then you have to start from scratch. The body will not be able to cleanse itself on its own. It means you need intervention. You need to work with a detox specialist and detox. It's just the way that the body works and that life works. So, invite you to tune in this week as we go through all the differences and look at some of the things that you can expect when doing a detox. What is purification? And when the body is healthy enough, you have to have a healthy body for the body to be able to cleanse itself and to purify itself as well. So this is what we'll be discussing this week. So please click the subscribe button, share this out so we can have more people be aware of the fact that we have to create and build a lifestyle in order to get where we are right now. And what are the ways to undo it? And click the notification button. Please tune in again. And in the meantime, start thinking about what is your lifestyle creating for you. Are you living a lifestyle based on the highest rungs of healing, or are you climbing the ladder up to health and wellness, or are you climbing the ladder down? Think about it. Take some time to listen to your body and then act accordingly.